Hello and welcome back to Cruise1st TV. We hope your new year is off to a fabulous start. It's Derek and Polly with you now as we showcase our latest luxury cruise and stay deals with the award-winning Princess Cruises. And coming up, we've got 3 real adventures taking us far and wide around the world, haven't we, Polly?
Oh, that's right, Derek. A little later, the best of Greece, Italy and Montenegro, cruising aboard the brand new Sun Princess, who literally launches in the next couple of weeks. And we've got your chance to sample her this July. We'll then be planning to head to February in 2026 as we take you on the ultimate Southern Australia explorer with some time in Sydney. It's an incredible package that you can book today for a low deposit, so stick around.
Fantastic good news. First though, we're heading stateside to visit one of my favourite destinations. I think it's going to be popping up behind us as well. I was there last year and the year before, and will be there later this year as well. Yes, I'm returning to Viva Las Vegas, and that's where you could be heading for with our first package right now. It's Las Vegas and San Francisco with a luxury Californian coast cruise over 13 nights. Comes up on the 21st of October, which let me tell you is a brilliant time, first of all, to get away from here, and secondly, to fly to Vegas because the sun will be out. I can guarantee I've been there, and it's blooming warm as well. It's lovely.
Oh, it's lovely. We start this holiday with a 3-night hotel stay in Vegas, which is fabulous. I think it's the perfect amount of time. You can see all those amazing hotels, see those incredible fountains outside the Bellagio, have a ride on the gondola, the Venetian, and see all the incredible shows while you're there.
Oh, you've got to see the shows. Can I just tell you right now, when myself and my best friend Mr. P go later this year, we are in second row seats for Barry Manilow, and I cannot wait.
You heard it here. Derek's a secret fanalo, as they call themselves.
Brilliant.
But the shows are amazing. I mean, Adele's been on. Yeah. I don't know if she's still there at that point.
Kylie did a residency as well, didn't she?
Everything. It's the place to be, and all the things to do. If you like action-packed adventure, there's loads going on. But equally, if that's not your thing, the pools by the side of the hotels are so luxurious.
And the beach, they have beach clubs as well. Actually, we met a singer when we were out last time, actually I remembered, who worked in something called, I think, the Tao Beach Club, which sounds a bit like one of those kind of all-day dancey kind of affairs in a swimsuit.
They have DJs. I've been to the one at the MGM Grand, which is amazing, and you just feel like a celebrity for the day. It's all very exclusive. There's dancers, there's DJs. When people order those fancy bottles of champagnes, there's like fireworks going off from them.
Crazy.
You really will feel amazing. And of course, you can head over to the Grand Canyon too.
Yeah, here's your bit of culture now. You can go see the Hoover Dam, the Grand Canyon. You can do it by helicopter. You can do it by land if you want to as well. It's well worth it. There's a lot more to Vegas than the slot machines, as I think we probably painted a
barely even
picture.
mentioned them. Exactly. There is so much going on. The slot machines, you can completely avoid it and just do so much. I guarantee that you're going to have the most amazing 3 nights here in Vegas. And you will be left wanting more. So after that, you'll hop on a plane from Vegas to San Francisco, and things continue. You then get 2 nights in a hotel in San Francisco, which is famous, of course, for the Golden Gate Bridge. I've been there. My favourite thing, and this isn't normally my kind of cup of tea, was to get the boat ride over to Alcatraz Island, which, of course, a former maximum security prison. It is so interesting. Seeing where they showered, seeing where their cells, where they ate. Absolutely loved it. You're there for 2 nights. Apparently, you can go over and do the nighttime version of it, and everything's like really dark and eerie. That sounds pretty scary. It's spooky.
You get your steps in as well after indulging in Sin City before it's time to cruise on the Ruby Princess. Here she is.
Oh, 7 nights full board cruise. So you've done all your exploring. Now you can relax. Oh, like dine.
You'll be ready for it.
You really, really will. Now, I think the thing about princesses, generally people, once they've cruised with Princess, they do go back again and again.
For sure.
So if you have cruised with Princess, perhaps it was on board a different ship. I mean, the thing with Princess, they have all their iconic things on board, whether it's certain restaurants that you liked, whether it was movie End of the Stars. If you haven't cruised with them before, okay, let me tell you, the restaurants are amazing. We're just having a look at them there. Salty Dog, Crab and Shack, lots of like really, really gorgeous things and places to go and dine. Places to go and get glammed out, whether you like want to go to a wine bar and have like a fancy evening or like casual burger dining. Oh my goodness, it's almost like I planned that.
On cue.
As well.
There's
I love it, of course. Coffee and cones, absolutely lovely. And of course, with cruising, there is so much to do as well. And Princess are amazing. In the evening, there's shows, of course, in the theatre, which are just incredible, Broadway-style shows. But in addition to that, because you might not want that kind of thing every night, you might want to do something a little bit more, like we saw the wine bar. There might be a live singer, a comedian, there's dancers, there's so much going on.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. I think people still have a bit of a vision that in an evening on a cruise ship, everyone goes to the theatre at the same time to see the same show, and then everyone goes to the restaurant from there. They think that everyone moves as one. And the thing is, there are so many different lounges and bars, different types of entertainment. Just going back to the Vegas reference, there is a casino there on board as well. So you have got so many different choices of an evening that you never get that sense of crowding. You get that sense of togetherness, absolutely, yes, but you've got plenty of choices. You don't have to stick to one or two options.
Absolutely, and if you are the kind of person who likes to get everything booked, you can book dinner, which is lovely. I think more of a sea date, you might want to eat a little bit earlier and have like more of an extravagant dinner. If you've been busy all day, perhaps on an excursion, you might want to come back, have no reservations, and just do more casual dining, go to the buffet restaurant as well, and that is the lovely thing.
Or room service.
Ooh,
if you've really had enough.
Yes,
room service, have it delivered to you.
Absolutely. So we start things off with a day at sea, arriving in Santa Barbara in California, which is lovely. I've been there. Of all the places in America, that is the place I could absolutely live. It's got great wine, rich culture. It's so beautiful, and the beach is really, really lovely too. Then we're cruising to Los Angeles, and of course you've read about it. You've seen the videos. You can be there on Rodeo Drive. I don't know if you want to go shopping, but you can get your photo by the sign, go on Sunstrip Boulevard by the Hollywood Walk of Fame as well. You've got your picture by the Hollywood sign. You'll just have the best time there. Then it's San Diego, which is in the southern part of California. So you've got that gorgeous weather, incredible beaches. The most famous thing I think San Diego is known for is the zoo. It's absolutely amazing. And more recently, it's got a craft beer industry as well. Next, you're arriving in Mexico, in Ensenada. Now, this is just gorgeous. You've got surfing, sea kayaking, horse riding, mountain biking. Honestly, so much to do, and incredible vineyards nearby if you want to do a wine tasting tour. Back to San Francisco, where you will come off and get your flight home. Isn't that just lovely?
Tell you what an adventure of a holiday. You could just book that right now, couldn't you? If you think about where we are, start of a new year, starting to make plans and looking at this and thinking, do you know what? I've got from now through to October to look forward to it, and what a holiday it will be when I take it as well. You've got Vegas, you've got San Francisco, you've got the wonderful Californian coast there, you've got flights included, you've got a deposit opportunity now as well. You can book this now for a deposit of just £199 each, and the price tag is absolutely incredible. Now, let's just play The Price is Right for a second. So I'm going to tell you the elements that are included in the price, and then you get a number in your mind, right? This is how this works. Lots of people play this game on this channel. So, flight from the UK to Las Vegas, that's number one. Put a number to that. 3 nights in a hotel on the Strip in Las Vegas. Put a price on that because that's included here as well. Then we've got shorter flight, albeit from Vegas to San Francisco. That's included. Then we've got 2 nights in a hotel there. That's included. Then you've got the 7-night cruise on Ruby Princess. That, of course, is full board, which is great. So your food, your entertainment, so much included in the price of your fare there. Cruising down the Californian coast. And then, of course, the flight back from San Francisco back to the UK. What number did you come up with? All of those different elements together, what do you think that might have cost you? Well, let me show you the price of our package. Per person here, look, I bet your number was nowhere near that. $1,599 per person. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like if there was a flight to Vegas and back and 3 nights in a half decent hotel in Vegas, then that number would pretty much be eaten up very, very quickly. let alone the extra stay and the cruise as well, which is ridiculous. Today's deposit, just £199 each, and you've got this to look forward to in October. There are other dates for the package as well in October and November. Obviously, price varies by date, so you can talk to the team about that. And let's look at your upgrades. If you want to treat yourself on the cruise, then going up to Ocean View, going up to balcony, or going up to your suite as well. Remember, it's a 7-night cruise on this one with Princess, but I have to tell you that is pretty tempting. I can see your eyes getting wider and wider by the moment, Polly. Are you liking the idea of this?
I am loving the idea of this. I just love,
the value is brilliant.
That you can explore. If you've never been to America before, how amazing what you get to take in one trip as well.
I tell you what, yeah, I mean, if you've never been to the States, I mean, that's going to give you a really lovely taste. Vegas is bonkers and wild, and don't compare it to anywhere else. It's just a place in itself. It's like another world. It's brilliant. San Francisco, again, looks fascinating. And then you've got all of those other places that you're visiting on the cruise as well.
I know. I mean, that's just a dream, isn't it?
Let's have a quick look at Princess Plus now as well. So if you want to make your cruise all-inclusive, and this goes through all of the Princess cruises we have in this show as well, you can add drinks, Wi-Fi, gratuities, premium desserts, and lots of other extra perks as well, like Green Lane Express boarding, room service complimentary all the way through your cruise as well. $140 worth of value you can get for just £50 per person per day, which is just brilliant. There are some cruise lines where a daily drinks package alone would be much more than £50 per person per day. So that is amazing value. So if you want to add that to any of the packages, Princess Plus, then it's just £50 per person per day. And again, you can talk to the team for more details on that. You've got a number on the screen. And of course, you can search all of our deals at cruise1st.tv as well. Right, okay, we're off in a slightly different direction this time, Polly.
We are. We're going to do luxury Greece, Italy and Montenegro with an Athens stay. It's 9 nights. We've got lots of dates available from May through to September, but we're pricing up today's deal for the 4th of July, when we'll fly to Athens in Greece for a 2-night pre-cruise stay. Now, if you've never been to Athens, but you've heard about it, what do you want to go and see? The Acropolis, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, I went there. This sounds very fancy on a school trip. And it was just absolutely epic to go and see it. And that was back when you could get quite up close, but still now. And with the fact that you're there in the evening as well, to see it all lit up would just be amazing. There is so much history there. There are so many museums. The dining's amazing as well. And of course, you've got the Parthenon Temple that you might want to go and explore. The views from this historical site are just amazing. Wander through the Plaka neighbourhood. It's got great narrow streets, Greek architecture, shops, restaurants and cafes galore.
Lovely.
After this, you are going to join the Sun Princess for your 7-night full board cruise. We are so excited to see the launch of the Sun Princess.
Literally imminent launch of the Sun Princess, and she's very, very different to the rest of the entire fleet, actually, a brand new class.
So how is she different?
Well, she's sphere class, so she's all about bringing the outside inside as well. And you can see the amount of vast space there is within it as well. Of course, keeping up to date with all of the technology as well. She's LNG as well, so much cleaner to the environment, which is superb. 21 decks with a wraparound promenade, and they're always popular, the wraparound promenades. 2 reasons. First of all, you get to have a good gongoozle, and you get to see everything that's going on.
Gongoozle?
Well, gongoozle is the name of a gongoozler is a person that watches everything that goes on.
Gosh,
usually on water.
Right.
Oh, there you go, new word. Anyway, you've got so many news here. The great big dome that we've seen a couple of times here is a glass-covered pool with lots of terraces, and it's also a stage as well for some of the really fantastic sort of South Beach vibe entertainment. Lovely lighting effects from the dome, so it becomes very different things by day and by night. Lots of signatures that you know and love in terms of dining are on board the brand new Sun Princess. There's that lovely dome as well. So whatever the weather, hello, you've got paradise right there in front of you.
It looks absolutely beautiful. The styling, it's really sort of taking Princess in, like you say, in a new direction. And you could be one of the first to join and experience her. Cruising out Paris, arriving in Kotor, Montenegro. Lovely. Now you want to hike up to the Kotor Fortress, which is known as the Castle of San Giovanni. You've got amazing views of the bay there and the town. Now the climb can be a bit challenging, but it's definitely worth it. Arriving next in Corfu in Greece, visit the Ashlyanon Palace. Now it's a neoclassical mansion. It was built by the Empress of Austria, Elizabeth of Bavaria, known as Sisi. Now the palace is just beautiful, and again, great views from there. Arriving in Sicily, Messina, Italy now, just beautiful. The food there's amazing, the scenery is breathtaking, and of course you might want to go and explore Mount Etna, very famous as well, and the cathedral, of course, just
Taormina
beautiful.
is lovely too.
Lovely. Naples, which is for Capri and Pompeii. Oh, just wandering through those streets of Capri town. Amazing. And then you can explore the ancient city of Pompeii, buried, of course, by volcanic ash of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Amazing. A day at sea then takes you to Barcelona, where you come off the ship. And I'm afraid it's time to go home after just an incredible holiday.
I'll tell you what this does open the opportunity up for. I mean, obviously you've got your stay in Athens at the beginning here, but you could make this a bit of a bookend, couldn't you? And add a couple of nights in Barcelona at the end. It's quite nice when a cruise starts in one place and ends in another, because you've got a chance to kind of explore both. I think what you were saying before as well about Athens is it's kind of, you know, everyone kind of knows Rome, don't they? And less people are, I mean, they're aware of Athens, but less people, I think, have explored Athens versus Rome. So I think it's going to be a real hotspot, actually, for cruising this year. Such an incredible package to just call and book today. I mean, it's coming up soon anyway. July is not that far away. You're going to be on the maiden season, remember, of the brand new Sun Princess as well. So included is the flight from the UK out to Athens, 2 nights in a hotel there in the historic city for you to explore. Then you've got the 7 nights of cruising on Sun Princess, and it's one of her first few cruises, which is incredible. Plus, of course, at the end of the cruise, the flight back from Barcelona. Oh my word, yeah, you'll be straight on the phone lines to get this booked up right now. There are other dates from May through until September, but look, if you can make the 4th of July work for you, which is brilliant. It's kind of like the start of our key summer season, isn't it? 1199 per person. Remember, that's subject to availability, and it's a new ship, and this is one of her first new cruises. So you'll need to be quick, because there will be people, because remember, this is going from Athens to Barcelona. So there'll be a lot of people in Greece who are taking this cruise as well. There'll be a lot of people from Spain who fly over to Athens and then cruise back home to Barcelona. So there will be a lot of eyes on this cruise. So if you want it, be quick, I would say. Jump on the phone lines as quickly as you can. Remember, you've always got that free phone number for you on the screen. Here's the upgrade prices as well. Remember, bear in mind there are other dates for the package from May through to September. And obviously, price varies by date, but I think we found a cracker there for the 4th of July. Absolutely brilliant. There's a really good solo price for you as well, actually, if you're thinking, right, that's it, I'm off. I fancy putting some plans. Some lines in the sand and some plans in the diary for this year's holidays. There's never been a better time to do it than this time of the year, if you think about it. You know, it's still cold, wet, and you're kind of looking forward, thinking, right, okay, we're in a new year now. Let's get into gear. Let's sort out the plans. This could be a perfect one. I'd be quick though, because I remember lots of eyes across Europe will be looking at these sailings on the brand new Sun Princess, particularly those people who like to cruise again and again and again with Princess. So if you do love that, call us right now. You've got the numbers on the screen. Wonderful. Lovely, lovely. And don't forget, of course, if you want to make it all inclusive, Princess Plus, very, very, very simple and easy. Now, well, we're now going off in a completely and utterly different direction. And we're going, I don't want to say down. I know we always say down under when we talk about Australia, but it's not really, it is down, I know, but it's, down is a negative word, and it's not at all negative. What's negative about going to Australia?
Exactly. Well, if you look on a map, we're going across, so we're heading right across the map with our 3rd and final offer in this show, as we're going to take you on a luxury Southern Australian explorer with, of course, a Sydney stay. 17 nights. Now, this is the 24th of February, 2026. Yes, we're planning well ahead here. We fly you to Sydney and kickstart this epic adventure with a 2-night hotel stay in Sydney. And it's kind of one of those places, isn't it, that you've always wanted to go to. And when you think off the top of your head, how would you? What are the kind of things you would do in 2 nights? Because there's a lot going on. Of course, Sydney Harbour Bridge, which you can climb, but I'm told don't bother if you're there. It's actually really hard and a bit scary, but you can get your picture by it. Sydney Opera House, again, my parents went to an opera, left halfway through, but they got their picture, said the bar outside was great. So these beautiful things. The zoos are amazing, Taronga and Sydney. I think for me, I'd love to see those iconic beaches. Now, Bondi's the most popular, but if you go to Coogee and Manly, they're like a bit quieter, but they offer the same. Amazing. You've got Luna Park as well if you want to do something a bit more action-packed as well. There's loads of museums there as well. There's a real art scene. There is just so much. You're going to have the best 2 nights there as well before joining the Discovery Princess for your 12-night full-board cruise. Look at her. Of course, we're just loving Princess in this show. So beautiful, so modern, so luxurious. Yet this kind of feels wrong to say home away from home, because I doubt that your home looks remotely like this with all these incredible restaurants. But that's just kind of the feeling you get when you're on board. You feel so welcomed and relaxed that you do feel like coming home again. And that's why people cruise with Princess again and again. Yeah,
well, everything's just so easy, isn't it? That's the great thing. You've got this wonderful, relaxed pace of life, and just put yourself on this ship for a second, because, you know, it's great looking at bars and restaurants and everything else, but just think about day-to-day life. You get up whenever you fancy, you have a leisurely breakfast, you leave your bed, you know, unmade and left, and everything else, and by the time you've come back, it's all been remade, refreshed, cleaned. You know, everything is sorted out for you. You can decide to get involved in all the different activities and things and quizzes and games and lounges and places to be. You can get involved in all of that every single day if you want to. You can have a full diary of activities. Or, conversely, you can do absolutely nothing whatsoever. Just watch the world go by, wander around the ship, do some shopping, sit, relax and think, oh my word, it's good to be alive.
Oh, Derek.
How does that sound?
That just sounds gorgeous.
Well, that is life on a ship. I know on these shows as well, sometimes we get very, very hung up sometimes on here's the show, here's the restaurant, here's the this, here's the that. But actually,
it's a holiday.
Yes.
And it might be about doing absolutely nothing and totally unwinding, detaching from the real world and relaxing, which is so important.
You know, something else which can be stressful on a holiday is having to find things to do, having to make things happen. There is never a dead spot in a cruise day whatsoever. There will always be something that you can be doing. You don't constantly have to be generating the atmosphere. It's there for you.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. Does this all sound like your perfect holiday? I bet it does. This is lovely, and this could be you doing this, having this holiday, but also added to that is exploring parts of the world you've never been to before.
There is that.
It comes to you. So cruising out of Sydney, then arriving in Melbourne. Now, if you haven't been there before, you want to take a ride on the Circle Tram. It's a free hop-on, hop-off service, and it goes between all the major attractions. You've got Flinders Street Railway Station, Queen Victoria Market, the gallery, just lovely. A day at sea arriving in Kangaroo Island. You can guess why it's called that, because 1/3 of the island is protected nature reserves and homes to loads of wildlife as well. Sea lions, koalas, diverse bird species, so you can go and get up close and personal all in one day with all this. Then it's Adelaide. Again, it's more about wildlife and outside. The zoo there looks amazing. You've got giant pandas there as well, kangaroos, tigers. It's amazing. And of course, rainforest birds as well. This is so different to our daily life. Port Lincoln next. Now, this is often referred to as the Great White Shark Capital of the world. Now, could you consider taking a shark cage diving tour there to get up close and personal with these creatures? Oh, I don't know if I could, but it sounds exciting. A couple of days at sea and you arrive in Port Arthur. Lovely thing to do here is take a boat cruise to the Isle of the Dead. It's a small kind of island in the harbour where the convicts and free settlers are buried. How exciting is that? Then it's next to Hobart. Now you get an overnight on board in port here, so you can really explore the area. Take a trip to the summit of Mount Wellington. You get the views of Hobart and its surroundings, and when you get to the top you can have a drive or a bit of hike as well. The scenery is just stunning, and because you're there you can see sunrise or sunset as well. Back into Sydney, where it's time to go home, having explored just a part of the world that I guess you've always wanted to go to.
Well, you made Port Arthur sound very dark there, didn't you?
Well, it's mysterious,
yes.
I know, but to know about the history, it's exciting.
I'm glad I'm not there in the dark. I tell you what else you can do in Melbourne, by the way. I was just looking it up. I don't know why it popped up into my head, but you can actually go and visit Ramsay Street.
Yes.
You can take a tour and go and visit Ramsay Street. You can be one of the neighbours if you want to, which is amazing. Now, it's booking now for early in 2026. So deposits today, just £199 per person, which is pretty amazing, and that covers the flight from the UK to Sydney in Australia, of course, 2 nights in a hotel there, 12 nights of cruising on the new Discovery Princess around Australia, including the overnight in Hobart in Tasmania as well, which is beautiful. Plus, of course, the flight back from Sydney. The price tag on this one, you do want to lock down today with your deposit of just £199 each, because I can see prices like this not being around for too long for this part of the world. I can see that going up into the 4s and the 5s. 3,299 per person is incredible. And remember, £199 each deposit today, and that deal is secured for you. It's 2 years away. It's brilliant. Let's have a look at the upgrades as well. Now, the Discovery Princess is going to be down under all the way through from, I think it's May to September, isn't it, in 2026. So there are plenty of other opportunities for you to be able to go and visit her while she's down under. There's a few of the Princess ships around Australia. So if you are planning a trip down under in 2026, because you would kind of put the plans in place right now, because then you can do all of the budgeting, can't you, for it, and have plenty of time to look forward to it. I think sometimes, yes, of course, there's always a nice cheeky late deal to be had, but sometimes the more in advance you plan something, the more you've got to look forward to, and sometimes that needs to be a long way away.
Definitely for this kind of holiday, you want to plan.
So,
when you go to the other side of the world, it's not really, for me, it wouldn't be a last minute thing. This would be definitely the kind of thing that I'd love to plan and have all that time to look forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So if that is of interest to you, then call us right now. You've got the free phone number on your screen. And let's just remind you again of Princess Plus, which allows you to make your Princess cruise all-inclusive. This really is the most amazing value as well. Always has been, and I think always will be as well. $140 a day's worth of value you can get for just £50 per person per day, which is brilliant. And that gets you the Plus drinks package, which is really good, up to $15 a glass, unlimited Wi-Fi, and so many more goodies, including unlimited complimentary room service, casual dining, couple of casual dining meals, and your Ocean Now delivery, which is literally where you pick up the phone and you order on your app food or drink to be brought to the very spot on the ship you happen to be sitting in. You don't even need to leave your chair.
I need this service in my life.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Would be nice to have at home as well, wouldn't it? There are the upgrades as well if you want to go to Ocean View, to balcony, or to suite as well. Notice that the Ocean View and balcony prices are both the same, and that's not a mistake. No, it's not. It means that if you pay the Ocean View price, we'll upgrade you again to a balcony on this offer, and that's another bonus for booking early right now, so it's always well worth doing it. Just call us right now, and remember, there are thousands, and I do mean thousands of opportunities going through this year, next year, and pretty much now all the way through 2026. So if you want to put some plans in place right now with any of the major cruise lines, Princess and everyone else, now's the time to do it.
Absolutely. You can have a look online at Cruise1st TV. You literally put in the month you want to go, where you want to go, and if you have a favourite cruise line, and you are given so many options. Honestly, whittling it down is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And you might say, oh, that starts in Cape Canaveral in Florida. What do I do? Don't worry, we'll sort all the flights there and back. It is so simple. Find what you like, give us a call, and we will find you your absolute ideal holiday, won't we?
Absolutely. We do all the booking for you as well without charging you a booking fee. Oh, life couldn't be any easier than this. Give us a minute and we'll be back with some more offers.